Good everybody, what's up? It is Robett, and today's question is when do you decide to scale up the quality and level of production, either bringing other people in, whatever. It's an awesome and great question. Each person's going to be different because each person's got a different set. Now, if you're running a business and have a marketing budget, you might have a marketing function of that arm which could do it. If you're a personal brand for a consultant or a coach, you may then want to step the quality up so you differentiate yourself from the market, because the quality makes a difference in certain different industries. If you're trying to be super professional, selling crazy big, high, gnarly products, but then you're sitting there with shitty sort of content, you're actually going to devalue the brand. So there's two parts to it. One, don't create anything that devalues your personal brand to the product that you're selling. The second one is, if you decide to take that step up and raise the bar in terms of quality production, whatever, A, you need to be able to afford it, or B, have a pretty good reason and justification why you're going to be allocating that money to it. Because look, would everyone like their own filmer going around creating their own content for them? Yes. Does that make sense commercially for 99% of the people? No. But is it nice to have? Yes. You know, it's like a Ferrari would be great, but I've just got to get to town and maybe the bus will do. Simultaneously, I think you just need to be really just understand what's the goal scenario out of that. If it's about separating yourself from the market with better polished pieces of content, that's awesome. But you also need to understand, if you're trying to like level up in terms of content wise, it's a dangerous game, because if you start playing the tech thing, first it was like, oh, it's a 3CCD camera. It's like, oh, it's a 1 megapixel. Oh, it's a 10 megapixel. Oh, it's a 20 megapixel. Now it's like 4K, 6K. People are talking 8K. If you start to climb that game as well, it also gets pretty dangerous. So sometimes you can go too far and have all the gizmos without the quality, and then sometimes you can have great shitty quality but great insights, but then it's misaligned. So you just need to try and find the balance off. But if you can't afford it with no ROI, don't flip and do it. If you can afford it, only make sure that you're doing it if it makes sense for the strategy of why you're doing it, not just the fact of you want doper looking content. So you need to play this one. It's going to be relative dependent on your situation, obviously, but I would just ask yourself, if the goal of creating, 10 grand's worth of great content will literally, you feel comfortable, it's going to bring you 3x that, then it becomes easy. And as long as you can carry that cash flow over, I don't think there's too much of an issue, as long as you can back it up. Or I guess if not, you'll soon find out. But maybe you can start with a small little piece to see if you can taste it and test it before you just go crazy deep on a bunch of stuff that doesn't engage with the audience. That's my 2 cents on that. If you've got a question you'd like to ask me, feel free to go ahead, hit the link below, links up through to me. I'll be more than happy to add value if I can. Have a good day, team. Peace.